When did you become aware of Anandamayi Ma?
I first heard about Ma in about 1970 when I read Autobiography of a Yogi. And there's this beautiful chapter where Yogananda speaks of meeting Ma and says that she's the most beautiful, ecstatic woman saint he's ever met. And I was so drawn to that beautiful picture of Ma. She's leaning into Yogananda. And then in 1978, I was in India with my then guru, Swami Muktananda. And Muktananda, who we call Baba, said, all of you sitting here in the courtyard, you must go meet Anandamayi Ma. She is the crystallization, she is the manifestation of God in a woman's body, in a female body. She's the Divine Mother, and she's here in India. So before you leave, you must go meet her. And I thought, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. I had two little girls with me. They were 5 and 7. And as much as I knew about Ma, she was never in one place more than 2 weeks. She had no program per se. She just moved around India, kind of going to see all of her flowers, the flowers in her garden, namely the people in India. So it went very deeply, the idea that I should meet her. And then in 1982, she took Mahasamadhi, as did Swami Muktananda. And so I didn't get to see her while she was alive. Fast forward to 1987, and I was at Harvard just finishing up my master's degree, applying to the PhD program. And I really wanted to do my PhD on some saint. If I was going to spend all that time doing that, I wanted to have a worthy subject. And one day I was in the library at Harvard Divinity School, and I went into a back room of the library, completely, I'd never been in that room before, to get some whiteout. And in that room was spread all over the tables in that room was an archive of all of Anandamayi Ma's books, films, tapes, photographs. They were being cataloged on that day. And I just happened to go back there. And as soon as I saw them, I felt this incredible energy and realized this could be my dissertation. I could spend the next 7 years, meditating on, writing about, contemplating Anandamayi Ma. So it was a fulfillment of really my guru's instruction that then I was able to go forward and write my dissertation on Ma.
Very good. What does your spiritual practice involve?
My spiritual practice at this point is all about meditating on Ma's picture, on Ma's words, on Ma's teachings. I'm really lucky because I've gone back to write a second book on Ma, so I spend my days at the archive at Harvard listening to Ma speaking, and I'm going to be taking her talks and transcribing them and turning them into a book of her teachings. So in the morning I get up and I meditate on Ma for a period of time. Then I do a puja, and then I go to Harvard and spend the day listening to Ma speaking and correcting the transcriptions to make sure that we have the right sense of the words as they go from Hindi and Bengali into English. And also kirtan, singing Ma's name and singing to Ma is one of my main practices.
Great. I look forward to reading your new book. Now, what do you see for the future of Anandamayi Ma devotees in the United States of America?
Well, that's a really good question. It's been kind of a mystery to me as seeing how many people know of Ma in India, which is just about everyone. And she had thousands and thousands of devotees, and she never did come to America. So there are a select number of people, I don't know how many, who actually had the experience of going to India and being in her presence. And I've certainly met many of them and interviewed them, and they are a powerful presence. And there's still many people in America who don't know about Ma, who's this light of the world. So what I see happening is that between our satsangs here and the satsangs of Indian devotees in the New York area, and then the satsangs that Mangalananda is having in San Francisco, more and more people are coming to Ma, and they're having experiences. I see people coming to our satsang who had a dream of Ma, and it planted this seed, and suddenly they're here. So what I feel is happening, and I don't know, but I feel as though there's going to be this blossoming of Ma's presence here in America. More and more people are going to see that even though she left her body in 1982, that they're going to see that she's totally available to all of us, that she's even more available in a certain way because she can be everywhere at once. And so I can see that this is going to grow, and more people are going to have the blessing of her presence in many different forms. And I really look forward to seeing how things will grow from here.
Thank you very much for that wonderful interview. Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.